My journey to becoming a cancer researcher, I've thought about it often and can't point to one event. But I remember as a young child being drawn to science. I wanted to understand how things worked in our bodies and how we could make it better for patients. I described myself as a physician first, and then I became a scientist. In the 60s and 70s, the fact that cancer was, as it is today, one of the most feared illnesses of all. And it was very poorly understood. It seemed to strike in a random sort of a way. And so it always seemed like the big disease that we needed to understand, and I wanted to be part of the solution. I lead the Center for Cancer Cell Therapy at Stanford. The goal of the center is to bring cell therapies to patients and to move the field forward, realizing the full potential of cell therapies for the treatment of cancer. My work has always been heavily focused towards pediatric oncology, and that's where I put most of my effort. But I always try to be sure that what we are learning is fundamental and foundational. And so I hope that the work that I do will have impact beyond children's cancer as well. So I do think that hope drives what we do. I think to be an oncologist, to be a cancer researcher, you have to be an incredible optimist. But I think we have evidence. It's not just blind hope, but there's evidence that research does pay off and progress is continuing to be made. It's very important that individuals like myself, like the fellows of the AACR Academy, realize how important it is to communicate beyond our small groups of senior scientists, to communicate to young people in the field of cancer medicine, to communicate to the medical establishment the promise of cancer research and research in general, the promise of fundamental research, and probably most importantly, communicate to the public. The public is the largest funder of research in the United States, and I think that we could do a better job of helping the public to understand what this investment does for them in their everyday lives. I'm so delighted to have been elected to this remarkable group of individuals. I'm humbled and honored. And, in cancer medicine, in science, having the respect of your peers is so very important. And that's what it means to me, that the work that I have done is something that is inspiring others and hopefully inspiring young people over the course of the next 10 to 15 years. So I think it's a great validation for me personally, and I look forward to continuing to live up to the honor. I see the AACR as absolutely foundational for the progress, the global progress against cancer. And the reason is it has built a big tent. The AACR is a home for everyone involved in the cancer research enterprise, and it really is an enterprise. There are the basic scientists, there are the trialists, there are the translational investigators, and there are the clinicians. And I think that the AACR has done an amazing job of providing a place for everyone. People don't feel excluded. I can speak as the pediatric oncologist. It's sometimes difficult with large organizations to have pediatrics, feel like they have a place at the table. AACR has done a remarkable job of making sure that pediatrics is not lost in the shuffle. And that's just one example of how really Marge Fody and her team have done an amazing job of building this big tent and making it really the place for everyone involved in trying to cure cancer.